What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok bottom of the video, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So today, we'll actually be talking about another YouTuber on this app. An American YouTuber. I ain't gonna lie. I know he's from some type of probably Russian or some type of European heritage. So if somebody of his heritage sees this, you can tell me how to pronounce it in the comments, but don't get on my ass because I'm telling you I don't know how to do it, but I'm finna try for y'all. Anyway, his name is Mikhailo Vitorovich Pelagov. I feel like I might have got that last one right. That sounded not too bad. Now, I don't know. I feel like I ain't do too bad. Anyway, basically, he got arrested by Indian authorities now because he um onto or snuck at least into the vicinity of North Sentinel Island. Now, if you are unfamiliar with North Sentinel Island is one of the last like uncontacted tribes. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all know what an uncontacted tribe is. It's just basically one of the tribes that haven't came. They're not in with the rest of the world yet. They're not on the internet. They haven't the rest of the world hasn't seen, touched, or been around them, lived like them, anything. They're not technology. They just uncontacted. Anyway, North Sentinel, and if you're wondering why by Indian authorities, because North Sentinel is right off the coast of Port. What's that damn port in India called? Port Bank. It's Port something. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. It's right. It's right off of Indian land. If you ain't know, that's basically what I'm saying. Port Blair. That's what I'm looking for. It's right off of Port Blair. So yeah. So what he ended up doing, I don't want to call the man a pure T idiot, but that's what I'm going to call him, a pure T motherfucking fool. And he snuck on there, obviously, recording, trying to get some clicks, obviously trying to, see if he can come in contact with them. For what reason, I have no idea. And he actually left a Diet Coke, and what else he leave? It was one more thing he left as a parting gift. A Coke and a coconut. He left as a parting gift. And, when he was seen, coming back on the Indian land by somebody native to India, and there he is arrested. So it says, okay, so the law by India, it is illegal for foreigners or Indians to travel within 5 kilometers, 3 miles of the island in order to protect the people living there. And according to the Indian police, he has visited the region twice before, including using an inflatable kayak in October last year before he was stopped by hotel staff. I shook my head like that because the inflatable kayak gotta be. Cause if y'all unfamiliar with the last nigga who did it, I forgot his name, but the last nigga is another nigga who tried to do this some years ago, and he was killed by the tribe by bows and arrows. So me thinking you finna go out there with a inflatable kayak and they might not shoot that motherfucking kayak before you even get close to shore is crazy. Like it's not an inflatable. Like that bitch cannot be pierced. So, yeah, that's really all to the story. Um, I'm gonna try. Let me before that, I'm gonna look up and see like if there's some type of like actual law for this, so we can get some type of idea how much trouble he might be in. It says severe penalties, including potential imprisonment, sentence up to 5 years in prison, and a fine. So he could get 5 years in the Indian prison. I don't know what the Indian prisons look like, so I'm not finna, do that. But the fact that they got 1 billion people, and I've heard it's not the nicest place in some areas. It's not looking good for my boy. It's not looking good for my boy. Well, what I will say though, I actually not what I will say because I really don't have no way to even. I know usually I try to get answers and all that. I don't know what to even say for this man personally. Um, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Yeah, I can't even give you no devil's advocate for this because it was just stupid. Because my thing is, even it's very. Let me just say this: it's very wishful thinking. Thinking you might have got to that island and they wasn't gonna kill you, so you were just riding out there to die. You wasn't gonna get no content off. You were just gonna die. I don't get that. The last dude that went down there, even though it's, I guess it's really more assumed that they killed him. His body's never been found. So you the history of this is you pretty much, it's most likely you're gonna die. It's like you're gonna die or maybe get some clicks. I'd rather not die, that's just my thinking. As well as, obviously you can cause a lot of harm to this tribe. Obviously they're uncontacted with the earth. Their immune systems is way different than ours. They, niggas have never had a flu shot. They've never had the flu. You feel me? Like they never had anything to build up for it. So things like that, a common cold would kill them probably. Like so, I don't. It's a very different world. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Honestly, if he was American, I don't even know why I wouldn't even want to travel to India for no disrespect. That's just me. But I don't get that. But yeah, what last thing I do want to leave off on, what do I think his punishment with me? I do think they will impeach him. I think he will be going to prison, just for the simple fact they have, this is his third instance reportedly that he's at least attempted to do this. Now I don't, the kayak one is going to be less punishable, I would say, because the law says he can't get within 3 miles of it. So if they stopped, the hotel staff stopped him before he even like got up out there. He did obviously didn't get in the miles, so he really didn't break a law yet. But the fact that this is something you repeatedly thought about, that you planned enough to actually try to get close enough to, or and say that you did get close enough to, yeah, they're going to prison him. Now 5 years, I don't know, but I feel like he at least get a year, two, three, just for the fact the continuous attempts and just to teach him a lesson, because it really more to teach him a lesson, just to prevent anybody else from trying some shit like this. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG, TikTok, Bonaville, and we out.